What's up YouTube? I wanted to do a little short video there. I've been pretty swamped among Classroom as I finished my first months of questing and getting all the XP calculated and some other things. So I want to do a little bonus video today, which in a kind of, I guess maybe a mini series I'm going to start called From Garbage to Gold. And I know that in a gamified classroom, people automatically assume you need lots of tech and lots of money. And what I'm here to tell you is that you can do this whole idea or parts of the idea with little to no budget. So that was kind of one of my goals in the way I designed my gamified program and these video series, is to teach you how to do it with little to no budget. So in this case, I want to show you how to add a game of random chance into your classroom that is incredibly easy to make, maybe about 20 minutes or so of prep time plus the time it takes paint to dry. And it's very simple. It's based off of when we're all sick at home. What is one of the things we always watch? Price is Right. It's inevitable. So as we watch Price is Right, one of the games that was very popular is they had this board of things where you could punch inside, grab a prize out, and then you get whatever's on that ticket. And it was based on mystery, chance, randomness, and things like that. So I wanted to see if I could figure out a way to do that in my own classroom, and I have done it last year in an area of my classroom I call the Plains of Division. And it's just a little trough I have that I kind of built this game into. So I want to teach you guys how to do it today. Super easy, super inexpensive, and lots of fun for the kids because it's that whole sense of mystery and randomness, which is one of our core drivers in a gamified classroom. So let's check it out. So the first thing you want to do is you want to determine where exactly you want to have this. This is that trough in the back of my classroom that I determined was kind of not being used, so I wanted to put something in it. So I start by decorating the bottom. This will mostly be hidden, but it's where my cards will be sitting when I create the game. So you can decorate the area in any way you see fit. Second thing you want to do is you want to accumulate your supplies. So based on that trough, I actually found that paper boxes work the best. So what do I use? You need a cardboard box that's slightly elevated, I'd say at least 6 inches tall. And what I find perfectly works is paper boxes, which many schools have a lot of access to. And I use 3. You can use 1, you can use 2, whatever fits the area and whatever size box fits your area. So you're going to need cardboard boxes of some sort, minimum, about 6 to 8 inches tall. You are going to need an X-Acto knife, a marker or pencil of some sort, paintbrush, tin foil, and paint. So, step 1. Alright, step 1 is to do nothing more than to take whatever you're drawing with and draw 6 boxes, or squares I should say, on each of your boxes. You can determine whatever size you want. I prefer 6 based on this size. It gives me 6 areas to punch, and with 3 boxes that's 6, 12, and 18, which is can be used over the course of several months. So let's go ahead and get that done. Alright, now that that is done, second part, we got to cut them out. Now the trick is you're going to be cutting 3 sides and scoring the 4th and then folding it down. The reason you're folding it down is because kids, when they punch the first one, are going to do their best to peek inside to see what one they want to punch by trying to preview the cards. So a really good solution is to just fold down one of the corners of the boxes and do them in opposition. So if you fold the one on the nearest side here, you would fold the one on this side here, therefore you're creating 2 individual walls that separate them. So let's go ahead and get that done. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is you want to take your now cut cardboard, which you can see I've chopped all up here, and you're going to want to mark in the area where you're putting them, where you want them to stay. And you can see that with permanent marker right here, I've made little marks as to where the box is to be lined up. And you do this because the next thing you're going to do is you're going to cover these surfaces with tin foil. And in covering them with tin foil, you're actually going to lose where these holes are. And without knowing where the holes are, you're not going to know where to put the prizes. So it's really good to make sure you mark where these boxes should be sitting in whatever area you're placing them in. So I am going to take some tin foil and cover these all up. Be right back. Alright, now I've got it all covered in tin foil. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to flip it upside down. And what I'm going to do is, where there is each hole cut out of each box, I'm going to take this paper clip and I'm going to poke a hole upward so that I know when I paint it where my holes are to be punched out. So I'm going to do that now. So as you can see, I've punched my holes. This will tell me where I'm going to be marking the targets for when it's going to be punched. Now, with all of the holes punched, it is time to decorate. Mine is medieval, and mine ties to the following story. To make this work, what I did was I created this fictitious story. And it says, a mage caught me stealing. He turned me into this ugly rabbit. I buried his stuff in the plains of division. Here. If you pay me 1,500 gold, or whatever price you want, I'll let you take something from me. But quickly, hurry before he catches me, or before he finds me again. And then I also have this little sense of mystery where I wrote, be careful, I lost, and it trails off. This is where you can say it means nothing, or you can actually turn around and hide inside this area a poison or some sort of negative card so that they actually pay money and there is a 1 in 18 chance that they actually pull something bad. In my case, I always hide a cursed card which poisons them and they have to solve a puzzle within 24 hours. So, how do I want to decorate mine? I'm going to be using these rocks, I'm going to be using sand, and I'm going to be using some of this green felt later, and I'm going to create this area to look like a field where this rabbit has buried its things. For that, I've got my brown paint for the ground, I've got my bucket of sand, and my bucket of gravel. Time to turn this guy into a field hillside. Be right back. Alright, so I got it all painted up, took about 10 minutes, and I got my sand. Actually, a good way to create moss and things like that really cheap and really effectively is at dollar stores. They have most of these foam garden bricks. If you just brush the scissors along them and you do it right, kind of creates this illusion of moss and stuff. So that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry now. And while it's drying, you can do the next step. Know how many holes you got. Here I got 18. So I'm going to take different card combinations and I'm going to go put them inside envelopes, fold them, tape them, and have my 18 prizes ready for when I want to put them inside the Plains of Division. So while this dries, I'm going to prep my 18 different prizes by, again, putting my cards inside the envelopes. Check back soon. So, after sorting my cards, I mix them all up, and I put them in the 18 different envelopes. And the cool part is I actually don't even know what's in these anymore. I randomized the cards, I randomly threw them in the envelopes, and I randomly shuffled them. So I actually have no idea what is in which is kind of exciting for me when they open them. So let's go put them in the pre-marked places inside the soon-to-be Plains of Division. So, by using the marks I made to indicate where the boxes sit and just some basic measurements with a ruler, I was able to place my 18 prizes in the bottom. So, now that I have my 18 prizes in the bottom, it's time to finish it up. Let's get the Plains of Division punch box inside. So, I added some of the finishing touches. These rocks with the red marks are what our rabbit from earlier, our ugly old rabbit here, has used as indicator marks for where he's buried the different things that he's stolen. Again, I just added some green felt, I added a little tree over here. I'll probably get a few more little details in, but overall, here we have my finished Plains of Division. And again, this is super easy, super quick to do. I literally did it on a prep right now. I'm at school in between classes. I was able to get it built between preps. So while the paint is still a little bit wet, it is actually ready to go. So, Plains of Division, plain and simple. Pay the money to the rabbit, pick the stone, remove it, punch through, find your mystery prize. Could it be good? Could it be bad? It's entirely up to you and how you arrange it. So, here's a quick and easy way to add randomness, mystery, and a whole lot of fun in your classroom with your very own random punch-out game. Until next time.